Welcome to Space Quest, where we inspire young minds through STEM. At Space Quest, we believe in the power of STEM to spark curiosity, ignite creativity, and open up a world of possibilities for students. Through hands-on immersive learning in space science, robotics, and cybersecurity, we aim to show young minds just how exciting STEM actually can be. From designing experiments that could be sent to the International Space Station, to tackling real-world challenges, we create opportunities for students to think independently, dream big, and bring their ideas to life. Our programs come in all shapes and sizes: camps, day workshops, CCAs, and more. And we're always looking to partner with schools and corporates who are as passionate as we are about empowering the next generation. Every great journey begins with a single step. Let's take it together. For more information, visit us at spacequest.asia to learn more. Now, back to the podcast.
Hello everyone, welcome to Cut the Stem. We are back again with another episode. Today, we have our favorite lineup of crew of guests, of people.
Of guests of people?
Okay. My name is Ethan, and today with me we have Eric. Sorry, I thought you were gonna introduce yourself.
Okay. Hi.
And then we also have Zoe.
Zoe, yay! Hi.
Yay. Boo. And
Hey.
so today's topic of conversation is all about technology and social media addiction. Okay, I'll add in sound effects because that was lackluster in real life.
Oh my gosh.
So I wanna know from you guys. Do you guys think you're addicted to? Well, let's start with just technology and like your phone. Would you say you guys are like addicted to that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So solid yes. Okay, I thought you were gonna like justify it. Like
No,
yes,
not really.
but or like no, but oh.
I think it was a want last time, but I feel like now it's a need.
What do you mean last time?
What do you mean?
Like last time it's like I just wanted a phone for the sake of having a phone. Now I feel like I need my phone at all times.
When you were younger, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm.
okay.
Because like without it I feel so detached from everything else in a sense, which is probably how addiction starts.
Yeah. Well, so the definition of and boundaries, of addiction is kind of like up in the air. Like obviously on like a clinical level, like it's pretty high. Like I think you'd have to be quite high. But then like I look at how many hours I have on my phone, and it's or maybe like a certain app, and yeah, I probably don't fit the clinical definition, but it probably would be healthy to not be like as much. I would say. Do you guys know what your hours are?
I need to check.
Oh dear.
I think you said just before your average was like 6.
Daily average is around 6 hours 15 minutes where
Okay.
but I think majority of the time is on Instagram for 4 hours and 48 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
A long time on Instagram. Okay. Zoe?
I have. Oh my gosh. Average is 7 hours.
Oh my goodness. Y'all are crazy.
No, but okay, to be fair.
No fairness. My average.
No, wait, let me explain. CapCut has like I think it takes up like 4 hours or 3.
For what? What
Because I edit other stuff on CapCut on my phone, so
Wait,
that's
but
why.
Other
I
stuff.
feel like I don't think we should share the daily average. We should share our total screen time though.
You can calculate that?
There's like a total of your whole life?
No. Well,
Like how?
it's at the bottom there. So it says
Okay.
my total screen time is 20 hours and 33 minutes.
Maybe per week?
I think for the entire week.
Yeah, because we're about halfway through the week.
Oh, right.
But anyway,
right.
mine is about 3.5. So it's not as not as bad as yours. But I think yeah.
Oh wait, and I use Waze too. It took up like 2
You don't
hours.
drive.
You don't drive. How?
I have been.
Recently.
I've been practicing.
Okay. But so I think from kind of like a different perspective, I'm like I feel like we can all say we're addicted to technology in the sense of like we work with it. Like you have to use it. You need it to communicate or to edit video or organize things, sort of whatever you're sort of doing. Yeah, like give yourself directions or talk with family. Yeah, so I feel like from that perspective, you could say, yeah. However, obviously, like those things are good for our life, right? But what about like social media specifically? Would you say like social media in your life is a force for good or maybe a source for bad? And like, do you think you're addicted?
I mean, I'm definitely addicted, but I mainly use it for good. I hope. But it's because I
Maybe you use it for good. You're like putting out hate messages.
No, I don't do that. But it's like, number one, it's for work sometimes. It's
Yes,
the
yeah.
networking aspect of social media.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, it's creating an online presence for myself. And because I like to make friends online via different apps. So
Mm-hmm.
keeping in touch with everyone and just getting updates about their life and
Yeah.
updating them about my life is because the distance is just so far apart.
Yeah.
It makes the connection stronger even though we are like not near each other.
Okay. Zoe?
Yeah. Honestly, same for me. I use social media a little for work, and then oh, don't laugh. And then I use it to catch up with all of my friends because sometimes life can get busy. So once in a while, just if their story pops up, and then you look at it and you're like, oh, they're doing this, how fun! Then you can like reply to it and all.
Okay.
But then
Sorry, I don't mean to make a noise.
wait, I forgot what I wanted to say.
You
but
said
then?
it looks so fun, then
Oh no, but I also use, okay, that's for Instagram, but like for TikTok, I kind of use it as a distraction if I want to procrastinate on things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, for me, I think I have a very healthy relationship with social media, mostly because I have pretty much everything uninstalled. Like the only thing I have, it really is Instagram. And so, however, I have it set so that I can only open it 2 times per day for 5 minutes.
Huh?
Yeah. So in the morning, I'll check if someone's posted overnight, and I can like check up on people's stories or posts or whatever. And then at night, like people have probably done stuff during the day, and so I can look again. But those 5 minutes go by quick because I can only see what people are doing,
Yeah.
and then like that's it.
How
like,
do you
time's
finish
out.
that in
So
5
sad.
minutes?
So this is maybe I just like don't have many friends or something, but like
Oh.
but like 5 minutes definitely, like I can get through everything. I think people don't make many posts on Instagram at least. It's all stories,
posts,
right?
Yeah,
It's many
stories.
Or you can just go through it. Okay, some people I skip because I'm bored of their life.
Wow.
oh, damn.
Okay.
Okay.
Now we know the truth.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys get skipped. I'm sorry. But
Whoa. Okay.
but yeah, so yeah, I feel like I just don't spend that much time. Do you? Surely, like all of the rest of that time is not productive time for you guys, or like not productive, but it's like actually looking at what your friends do. Because I feel like that is a great use of social media is like seeing, especially for me, I can see what all of my friends in New Zealand are doing. Really, you guys have
No,
that many
but-
friends? Like
No,
there's enough
but
going on.
like, sometimes you reply to someone's story and a conversation sparks from there, and suddenly
Ah.
they're online. So then you both begin talking. Then y'all catch up. It can sometimes even a conversation can take up to an hour. So like
Wow, conversation. Okay, I'll have to look that up later.
what?
Or like you have different, like you're not just using one social media app, you have multiple, and then
yeah,
you go
that's
back and
true.
forth between each one because there's
Yeah.
a different person replying on each one.
Yeah. Conversation.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
guess. I mean, but like what? I mean, it depends on your scope, I suppose.
I think like with the current generation, like I've definitely adopted the whole I can't do a single task at once.
Okay, yes.
I have to multitask at all times.
Uh-huh.
So when I'm even eating alone, I'm on social media, I'm watching something, I'm eating while I'm playing a game. Yeah, if I have
Come
two
on, we were
devices.
just at lunch and this was happening.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, okay.
So
Okay.
how I'm having conversation with you when we're at lunch, but
You're also playing your game.
I'm playing a game,
And
I'm
you're eating your
and then
food.
I'm also listening to a meeting at the same
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
So it's
Okay.
like
Okay.
my brain needs to function where it needs to process everything at once,
Mm-hmm.
and I just cannot hyper focus on one thing.
Do you think that's like a product of how like apps have been designed?
I guess so. I
Mm.
think. Oh.
because apps have definitely started to be more designed so just to like absolutely maximize every little drip of attention they can get out of you.
I think yes, but also it leaves room for you to also divert your attention somewhere else, but you can still use the app at the same time.
No, because now apps nowadays, right? You can have like multiple views on your phone, right?
Really?
I'm pretty sure you
there's
can.
2-screen view.
Yeah, you have
That's
like one that can be up here, like
crazy.
Spotify can be up here, or like YouTube, and then like Waze can be here. So it's you're using both apps at the same time.
I mean, okay, if it's Waze or something, I get it, but like that's crazy brain rot energy right here of like you can be watching like a Family Guy clip and then like a Reddit post or something on top.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can.
You can watch Netflix and you can just do like a light reading or
Okay,
something.
yeah, but
on
I don't
top.
do that though. My dad does, not me.
Man, that's crazy. I cannot imagine doing that.
Which I think
Yeah.
sparks from the whole addiction thing a lot.
No, maybe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like you're addicted to your devices where you want to try and maximize all the time you have on your device. Therefore, you then do the different screens. It's like same thing with work. I want to maximize my time at work, so I have a dual screen.
But it helps with productivity.
Yeah, it
though.
does help with productivity.
I mean, maybe it's different for different people. I just can't agree. I'm a one screen Larry. I can't have more than
Larry.
like more than one. Bec-
Larry.
Okay, we shall refer to you as Larry from now
Or-
on.
when I'm using one screen, yeah, that's fine.
Mhm.
Because I just can't. I don't know. I can't concentrate with two different things. Even if I have like editing and then like my notes for editing, it's too much. Like I have to like just have one
On
thing
one
going
screen,
on.
I feel like it'd be easier to reference it from two different screens.
I can swipe back and forth. That's the
Isn't
only
that
way
annoying? Then you have to turn it
But
on
I'm
again.
still
Then
focusing on the. I don't know. I think maybe it's different people work in different ways. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you not feel like there's some sort of like issue with the like targeting of, well, okay, wait, first, my thoughts of like, okay, you can like maximize how you spend your time like on your screen or whatever, like that's what you were saying, but like, do you not feel like it makes you spend like more time than you probably should have? Not for like being efficient, but like let's say you're watching Netflix and also reading something, I don't know, whatever.
I mean, it does make you spend more time on the device itself.
Yeah.
Because it pulls you in.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't really notice like when you start, and then the moment you stop it, and then how much time has passed by.
Yeah.
I think that's the trick, or I won't say beauty of social media, but
The genius, maybe, I don't
Yeah,
know. Evil genius. Of
it's
it.
the evil genius of social media. It's
Yeah.
like how I can go on Instagram, I can open one reel, and I've been swiping like 30 times
Yeah.
down, and I close it and I start another one, and then it's like an hour has passed by already.
Yeah. Do you? I mean, okay. It's not like an opinion. This exists. Like it is designed. All of these apps are designed in a way to like keep you there, keep you scrolling, whatever. Do you think that this is like evil, or like people like they should like not do that?
I mean, people are getting money from it. It's like their job to like find out
Yes.
what you like through the algorithm and all.
Yeah.
So technically, it's not. I don't think it's all that evil.
It depends on the age group that is being targeted to. I feel like if it's towards like like childhood development, then it's not right lah. In a sense where a child's like learning capacity has not been fully developed yet, and you're just stuffing it with all this nonsensical content. While for the older age range, it's all this content is just meant to fill time.
Okay, I don't really
What a waste
understand
of
what you're
life!
saying.
What a waste of life! Just fill time.
I mean, because they're in the development stage, right? And you want them to absorb like educational content.
Maximize development.
Yeah, maximize the value of their time throughout the day,
Yeah.
right? But if you're just filling it with social media and how it just sucks you in, then
Yeah.
most of the day spent is just them absorbing
Okay.
jokes, or absorbing like film content,
Yeah.
or absorbing like
But don't we as adults do that as
Yeah,
well?
like
yeah, but
isn't it just as bad almost?
it's just as bad. But I feel like for us, it's
We
like
know how
we
to
already
filter it.
had time for us to develop our brain. Or not,
What?
almost.
I don't
I mean,
think we
it was
develop.
a higher rate. I think you have a higher rate when you're younger of like growing and getting smarter. But like you don't stop. You don't just hit 18 and just go, well, this is me forever now.
Yeah.
Like you can keep learning and
But I feel like it doesn't sink in as deep for us. It's like we can still filter out what we choose to absorb into how we choose to live our life, how we choose to like carry that content with us, or just put it aside and just take it as a joke.
Okay.
I think the issue with that is that, but a lot of people don't have like those like skills, I guess, like already, like to know when to stop or to like not care. And I feel like a lot of people are like affected already.
Like most of those people are the ones where they started social media really, really young.
Like eventually we will be seeing the effects of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like we, I think,
Yay.
are currently like
Why yay?
the mid generation of how we grew up with social media in our teens. Now we will probably see what the effect of social media is going to take place for it being implemented in these kids' childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm so scared. I feel like I'm going to be 80 years old and I'm going to go to a doctor's office and they're going to be like playing Subway Surfers on the bottom, like while they're talking to me, like, yeah, okay.
Which is
Like, how
also-
can I help you?
which
Be
is
like, wait,
definitely
hold
also
on.
a trick on video content. Like you have that game below, but the
Yeah.
content is above.
Yeah.
And that's
okay,
how
I've
okay.
seen it a
actually-
lot.
But this is, I feel like this kind of eventually comes down to moral. Like, I feel like, okay, you can look at the psychological principles behind like, yes, this works. This gets people more likely to watch your videos for longer. But like, at what cost? Like, at what cost? Like, people like have to watch this because their brains like want to. But I don't know. Do you really need to make money from your video or from your business like that bad that it's worth like, you know? Because like we might only put out like one video a week, and that does that, right? But then, you know, we are one of, you know, well, like 7-8 billion people on Earth. If everyone did that, then man, like the whole world would just be watching Subway Surfers all the time.
I mean, coming back to a point Zoe mentioned, these people need to make a living. So, I mean, it's also one of the easiest way of creating content, but whether it makes you get the dough or not is a whole different story lah. But people do this for a living, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it depends. I feel like if you have other options, like I would just like highly recommend doing that. Like if you come from like the absolute slums, like you're just doing anything you can to like make money, I
Well,
get it, right?
Or
Slums.
like sometimes people just do it for fun, you know.
Or just to share their life stories.
Yeah.
But that's different. Like that's like sharing a story or something. I feel like there's so much content out there that's just absolute garbage. It's just meant for just like mindless consumption, and there's like just no benefit to the world. Like it's harming the world. Like people are just losing time.
There are, but like people find it funny, so it goes viral.
Yeah, and then it becomes trendy, and then
Yep.
you see a lot of people
Well,
doing
well,
it.
the ones that are trending and are funny, like they're the good ones, right? And they're like the more creative, or it's like hit a
How would
niche
you
or a spark.
differentiate the good and the bad ones?
Yeah, it's
You can
all
you can
it's all,
tell.
but it's
sure.
all preference, no? There is every video for every single person.
No, I strongly disagree. There's not a preference. Like there, I think there is like more or less like there are things that are measurably better for the world than other things, right? Like you can measure for example charities on like which one actually has the biggest effect on like human lives. Like that's just one example.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you guys don't care, but the
No,
the like
continue. Go on.
my I think my point. Okay, this is like a whole separate rant I have to talk about, but we'll refocus back on social media. I think it can be important to ask yourself like, is this how I want to be spending my time? And I think like that's we can leave it at that. I think because that's unless you guys disagree with that, I hope not. Oh no, here we go.
We didn't even say anything.
This it speaks a lot.
I mean, it's not how I wish to spend my time, but it's a pretty good time. If I have to admit.
No, but like I said, sometimes I use it to procrastinate things that I don't want to do.
Yeah.
So
I love social media.
So exactly, like
Yeah.
that's bad, right?
yeah, it's
You
bad.
should get on and do it.
For that, it's bad. But if like you want to relax and unwind after like a long day of working, sometimes it's
Yeah.
nice to, you know.
Sometimes you need a bit of brain rot. I agree. That's fair enough. I can
Mm.
get behind that. But I think for this podcast, we don't need pro brain rot.
Oh.
I mean, yeah,
Okay.
it's, obviously it's important to have like an understanding of like the whole scope of it. But yeah, I mean, man, I always just think of like when you ever see like a kid and like their parents like at a restaurant and they're like just sitting on their iPad, like while their parents are like talking or whatever, and they're just like
Oh, yeah,
watching
that
something.
one I
that
don't
one,
agree.
yes.
Yeah.
I also do not agree. Like you need to
Yeah.
have boundaries and all.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
That
like I
one-
only do the social media thing during when I'm eating, when I'm alone.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but when I'm okay, I hope my parents don't watch this. But even with okay, sometimes in my household, okay, I still, but it starts off with me eating alone, and then they join me, and I'm like, I don't want to keep my device
okay.
now.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
if I go out and I'm with people, I try my best not to use it
Mhm.
and try and be in the moment. But sometimes the messages come in dings, and you have to respond.
Yeah.
But majority of the
Dings,
time, I try to be present if other people are involved.
Hmm.
Yeah, like my parents instilled the rule where we're not supposed to have phones on the table in the kitchen. So, yeah, meal times are strictly a time for fellowship between the family.
Okay, so I guess to end things off, what sort of advice would you guys give to someone listening to this podcast who feels like they might be spending too much time like on their like devices, too much unproductive time, let's say.
Start taking note of it. Acknowledge the fact that you're actually using it for like a bit too long, and you need to tell yourself that you want to stop it, because only you can. You can't I mean, you can ask people to help you, and then you can like get accountability from it, I guess. Like you can, for example, oh Eric, how long did you spend time on your phone today? Oh, okay, we should monitor. No, we can talk about it and be like, oh, we should monitor our screen times, and so like we can keep each other accountable for it. Like okay, so, like you can check in with one another like every alternate day or something, and say like, oh, how have you been? Have you used your phone a lot or nah? That kind of thing.
I feel like there's a time and place to you viewers out there for when you should be using your devices. I think you have full autonomy to use your devices. Unless you have parents that will restrict your usage or whatever, that's a separate story.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, you have free will to decide when you want to use your device and how long you want to use your devices. Yeah, I agree that sometimes being aware of how long you have been using it is a good first step. Like taking an acknowledgement to maybe you do have an addiction, but I feel like if the usage of your devices does not deteriorate your life or affect any relationships within your circle, like you use it and then you actually aren't paying enough focus time on your family or your friends, then that's a huge problem right there. But if you're just using it just to fill time, or you need a break from your heavy responsibilities in life, then I think it's completely fine. Because sometimes I just bring it to the toilet and I just scroll. Yeah, and it's good lah. Sometimes I feel good about it. I feel like I've caught up with the world, and now I'm ready to end my day. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
What do you think, Ethan?
I think there are kind of like two parts to it. I think there's just like the absolute like just garbage that we consume that's just doing nothing for our life, and it's a waste of time. And the two parts are like there's stuff that's a waste of time, and then there's the stuff that's the waste of like energy. And then I mean the first part is simple. I feel like you guys touched on that of like, yeah, look at like some stuff is like regenerative, like it makes you feel better, you just kind of need it after a long day, okay? But then at what point is it sort of getting to the point where I could be doing something else more productive that I probably enjoyed doing more? You can look at that. And then I think the other part is the energy thing. I think the first thing that comes to my mind is like the word like vain. I feel like we haven't touched on it too much in this podcast, but as someone who's like quite disconnected from like from social media, I feel like man, there's a lot of and it's so different per individual, but there's a lot of like vanity going around of like thinking about how you're perceived out there, like in the world by the internet. And I feel like, man, there's already enough going on in the real world. Like, how much do I really want to worry about this other Ethan out there? What do they look like? How are they coming across? Like, you know what? I'm just gonna focus on real life. Now I'm sounding like a bit of a hipster, but
But like that's also if you care. Some people just don't, and they just post stuff, you know.
well, sure. But I'm not talking to those people. So
Okay.
I'm talking about those people that
Alright.
like they seem to care a lot about a lot of people that they don't really know. Yeah, well, they seem to think a lot. So there's like the actual time wasted. Then there's like I feel like that like drains your mental energy, you know, to be like worried about like a hate comment or whatever, you know. So yeah, YouTubers do that all the time. They like turn off their comments because like I just can't handle it anymore. And I really just think I cannot think of a single productive thing that can come from comments, like public comments.
Really?
No, honestly, I just feel like it's purely unproductive.
Mm.
Like I never comment on anything, and I can't imagine. I feel like if the point of comments is like social collective of something that we like or dislike, okay, and there are different spaces. Comment sections under like a video or a post, that's not the place. That's just full of crap. I'm sorry.
But people get paid to
Yeah.
just leave comments,
Mm.
whether it's a hate rate comment or like
A boosting one?
or like a boosting engagement one.
Mhm.
People get paid for it, so
Mm.
it's also a source of living.
But that oh
Yes.
come on. But that's an issue with the algorithm. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
No.
Yeah, that you're literally just paying someone to boost your algorithm. Like,
No,
what's
but
the
also,
point?
wouldn't you like to have a community to share like the things that you like?
Mm.
But like I said, like there are better places to have a community.
Like,
Okay,
okay,
I don't
mhm.
like this website anymore, but like Reddit, for example.
right.
We are recording a podcast right now.
Sorry, Roshan. We're almost done. Almost done.
Okay,
yeah,
but-
that's maybe not
But
good.
Reddit is also okay. But Reddit is also like it's also a very informative source.
Yeah.
Like although the comments can be a bit
Mhm.
extreme.
yeah,
But I
what are
find
you
it-
saying
I
here?
find it very entertaining because if people are it's honest.
Yes, they
platform.
bring the authenticity there as well, you know? Like you can research about stuff there, about university programs and how the students actually feel it is,
Yeah,
you know?
you get. Keep in mind, this was my example that I was saying is a good place at least
Uh-huh.
in the sense. Okay, I have my problems with it, whatever. But like, yeah, like you get real things, right? Because
Mm.
people care about it. They think I have this thought, or I have this piece of information about this course, or whatever. I want to like share to people to help, and so
Mm.
they go there and they do it. People don't think that about some random comment on a post or a video.
No, but like
They just think,
the comment
"Haha."
section. Okay, but also the comment section is a place where a lot of people voice out.
But people really do get offended by the comments though. Like they take it so personally.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. That's why I feel like there's not much use. You're not gonna get much like artistic direction and that sort of stuff.
There's pros and cons.
Mm.
And haven't
But
you
it's a
wait,
major.
but have
con.
you also seen where like YouTubers make a song out of all those
Oh,
hate
I love-
comments?
yeah, I love
It's
this so
so
much.
funny
Okay,
sometimes.
but that's like that person's just obviously very creative. Like that's great. I can't.
that's
hate, can't-
content.
Can't hate that. Yeah, of course that's good.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So comments.
Yeah, but when I think of like a productive like review or comment, like it takes more effort, and I think like that's how you get. I mean, look, you need more effort to be more creative or more artistic, and so
Mm.
those small little things that just make you feel terrible.
And
Yeah.
to the hate comments
Can
out
leave
there,
you.
you need to be more creative and more original and authentic.
Write like a whole diss track about this entire podcast and why you hate it,
Whoa.
or maybe just me specifically, maybe. Okay, thanks for watching this
Yikes.
episode of Cut the Stem. We will see you next week.
Don't forget to like the video, press
Mm.
the subscribe button, and ring the notification bell below. And in the comment section, share your screen time with us, or share if you are addicted to social media or not.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, guys.
Mhm.
Bye.
Bye.